We can all innovate. Innovation is not something that is really out of this world, is crazy. It's only for some people who have long hairs. Definitely I would say it's not only for those people, also for bald heads works. So anyone can basically innovate. And it's just a matter of putting this process together and working with it and following up on that process. So we're going to do a quick exercise. I mean, just to get you warmed up. It's not going to, I'd like you to then take this exercise and actually work on it with your teams in your companies. But what I want to do now, to get you very quickly to network with each other and to get you to start working on this, is within each table, I'd like you to very quickly introduce each other, introduce a bit about your business, and then democratically choose one business that you want to focus on that table. Okay? And then we want to do the exercise of this innovation exercise. So the Etisalat team is going to come up here with some really interesting innovation. So then I want you to think of that business, for that business that you've chosen, as a team on the table, I want you to think of these elements. What does your client really need? What technology exists to support it? And what makes business sense? And then we'll allow you to follow on that process later on in your office by going and ideating and prototyping. So we're going to give you 5 minutes to do this. So it's fast-paced, really effective. I'd like you to start introducing yourselves to each other, and then within a minute I want you to decide whose idea you're going to move ahead with. And once you decide, I want someone from that table to stand up just so that we know that you've decided. Now you need to focus on what target segment, the target segment you're working with for that business. What do they really need? And then what technology exists to support that need? And what could be a commercial aspect to that idea? How can it really make business sense? Okay? So go through that process so that you really define that idea really well. Examples so far of what you've been able to do. Can anyone volunteer, any table volunteer to tell us a bit? Okay, so we're going to pause a bit. I know this is a discussion that will continue for a long time. So I encourage you to take it forward with your teams. But I want to hear some examples of some of the discussions that have happened inside the room. So we've got a table over here that have worked together and defined a problem. So can you please introduce yourself and tell us what you're working on as a team?
Okay, so I'm the managing partner of Bluebag, and I'm also the co-founder of Eleanor Beauty, which is a color cosmetics brand. We're launching it basically right now this month. As part of our software launch, we've already gone online. So today, together with the team members here on this table, I'll take you through the points that are here on the slide. So our business viability, we basically looked for the segment where we can be successful, and we realized that in a segment where you have industry players who play the luxury, premium, or the lifestyle or the mass market segment, we are coming into the premium segment, and we answer women who are in the age group of 20 to 40 years old who require affordable cosmetics at an everyday price. So we basically are an affordable luxury cosmetics brand. The emotional part of the brand comes from the fact that everybody wants to look good every day, but not pay the $100 for it. So we are selling everything which is under $100 mark. The brand name is Eleanor. You can find it on Facebook. Eleanor Beauty is called. It has a very close emotional connection with it because Eleanor also translates literally in Arabic, and it's called Iyanur, which is a fantastic word in every moment that your Arabic or non-Arabic connects with it. The desire is there. We worked on packaging, on formulas, which are extremely good looking. I mean, a very, very premium packaging. Our packaging has come from Europe, our formulas have come from Europe. It's specific contract manufacturers who have created specialized formulas which will work in this region. For example, products have a high sun structure, other cosmetics that answer to different skin types that you find in this
So that is where the technology part also comes in terms of the latest developments in the cosmetics world that will help, make people younger and
yes, that's
other
right.
kind of
All
stuff.
the benefits are there. We've taken care of that. That people feel good by using it, and also delivers benefits which you get, for example, like in qualities when you use colors. You have all the products that dermatologists tested, so you have no issues to use the product. All the products are dermatologist tested, all the products are ophthalmologist tested, so then connect is there that people will not have to face any issues of using the new brand. Yes, we are brand new, we're only 1 month old.
Well, that's good. So this is the process that we want you to continue to work on, and that was a great example. Thank you very much for your work and input. So thank you for that. Any quick input again from any other team in terms of how you were working on addressing those different parts of the design thinking? No? Yep. Okay. So we've got 1 minute, please, just to give us an idea, again, brief of what you were working on and what are the kind of discussions you've had in the team.
Right. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So I'm Sheena. I'm the founder of Desert Roots Dubai. So it's a tourism company, a responsible tourism company that uses local students through internships and work placements where they have the opportunity to explore their rich heritage and culture, and then they have the opportunity to share that with visitors to the UAE. So in a nutshell, that's the business idea.
So that is their target segment as well, and or that's the people that you use basically. Who do you target?
So this is the conversation that we were having. So we were looking at the different segments. One of the options that we looked at was having sort of the younger student generation who visits, or youth generation, so maybe not students, but fresh graduates who visit the UAE who are looking for a soulful or a textured experience.
Yeah. So that is a great thing. So that is desired by a lot of people who would come.
And,
yeah.
And then, but what we were looking at on the technology side is what type of platform. So selling directly to the end users takes a lot of infrastructure and setup. So we're looking at partnering with like-minded tour agencies that then offer that as a product under their portfolio. We were also looking at other more tech-based solutions such as online booking apps or the type of apps that allow you to do walking tours, so using that, combining them as a potential booking platform.
Mm-hmm. Good. And there's a business model behind that is quite good. People would want to pay for getting that experience, that unique experience. And if you could focus on the emotional side, the brand that you're building and how they, these kind of trips could have been life-changing aspects to the people who experience them, then you're also touching on very important innovations in the emotion space, right? Great, so thank you very much as well. Good work. So this exercise again is we've shrunk it into a few minutes exercise, but it's something that we wanted, just to give you a taste of and get you started with. But we encourage you to work on this with your teams back in your offices, go through the process, really define each of these areas in a much more detailed way for your own business, and how you could see the impact, because this is what's going to make, the more you can go into that middle part, the more you're going to be able to sustain your business